Dallas Stars and the Vegas Golden Knights at Las Vegas. A battle of two second-place teams in the Western Conference. The Stars are 8 points behind the Winnipeg Jets in the Central. The Golden Knights, they started out in first place in the Pacific Division, but they had a recent skid, and as a result, they are 1 point behind the Edmonton Oilers in the Pacific. They battled in an epic 7-game series in last year's postseason, with the Stars winning 2-1 in Game 7. So far, they split the season series this season, each securing a win at home ice. They played last Friday night with the Stars outlasting the Golden Knights 4-3. Hello everyone, I am Alec Nava, and welcome to Las Vegas. In the first meeting between these two clubs, it was Vegas with a 3-2 victory over Dallas at their home ice. As these two are getting set to do battle here tonight to get to our projected lineup, starting with the visiting Dallas Stars. Jason Robertson, Wyatt Johnston, Evgeny Dadonov. At the top line, Jamie Benn, Matt Duchene, and Maverick Bourque. Third line, Sam Steele, Roope Hintz, Logan Stankoven. And the fourth line, it is Brendan Smith, who has playtime as a forward, Oscar Bach, and Colin Blackwell. On defense, Thomas Harley with Miro Heiskanen, Esther Lindell with Ilya Labushkin, Leon Bichelle, and Matt Dumba. Jake Ottinger starts in net. Casey DeSmith is the backup. For Vegas, their lineups like this: Ivan Barbashev, Jack Eichel, Mark Stone, Victor Olofsson, Tomas Hertl, Pavel Dorofeyev, Tanner Pearson, Nick Waugh, Keegan Colasar, Jonas Ronbjerg, Brett Howden, and Raphael Lavoie, who had an interesting journey in the preseason. Defense pairings: Noah Hannafin, Alex Pietrangelo, Brayden McNabb, Shea Theodore, Nick Hague with Zach Whitecloud. Aiden Hill starts. Ilya Samsonov is the backup. We're underway here in Las Vegas. Happy to have you on board here. Let's get rocking and rolling. And starting at the offensive zone is Dallas. And this goes over the far half boards. Immediately they go to work. Backdoor, this goes in front. And Aiden Hill had to turn away Jamie Benn. Vegas is back with it. They're wearing their old home uniforms. The gray ones, the steel gray ones. Noah Hannafin right over the head of Tanner Pearson and Miro Heiskanen as Dallas takes it back. Through the far half boards is Maverick Bourque as the Stars settle into this climate. Ben, at the right point, waits for help. Tapped for by Labushkin, who gave it away to Hannafin. Not what Dallas wanted to do on their first minute of play. Pietrangelo recently announced that he is withdrawing for the Four Nations face-off. And the rules here: scores! Ivan Barbashev right at the high slot as it was hinted by Pietrangelo, who just recently withdrew from the Four Nations face-off, and just like that, it is 1-0 Las Vegas. Out the neutral zone, Pietrangelo found the open Ivan Barbashev, who was waiting in front. But actually it was Jack Eichel who set up Barbashev. Line mates connecting together. The setup from behind the blue line on the entry feed from Eichel to Barbashev, and that is money in the bank. Just like that, the Golden Knights are on the board. However, Dallas is challenging for a potential offside. So, the officials are checking in with this. So, in the meantime, Alex Pietrangelo withdrew from the Four Nations face-off. As the rules are different between All-Star Game and Four Nations face-off. You do not have to miss a game before or after the Four Nations face-off when you decide to opt out. We'll have to see if there was an offside prior to this play. If the puck did cross the line. No goal! I'm not sure how about that one, as Barbashev. We'll see where the skate was of Mark Stone and Ivan Barbashev, where those skates are. Peter DeBoer opted for the challenge flag. And his foot may have crossed, and the foot was inside just as the pass was being made. And Peter DeBoer wins his third coach's challenge in as many tries. That is, from the ruling, it is an offside where the foot was across. That's what they ruled it at. And so we remain scoreless here. Back to square one. Back at the trapezoids, McNabb cut away one at the Stars. Shea Theodore sells this one down and moves it up for Barbashev. He had his goal turned away. He wants one badly here. A little upset after that last one. Near corner, Eichel, who looked back towards the point, instead goes around for Barbashev at the opposite corner. Barbashev tried to pass it over to the right point, but that was all over that. Collected by McNabb at the left point. Down low for Mark Stone, who gets it over to Eichel, fires it, and that's turned away by Ottinger. McNabb tries to set up, but there was nobody in the high slot. Held in by Eichel, who was double teamed, but once again kept in. Theodore finding Eichel immediately. Eichel waits a bit. Eichel backpedaling over towards the top left circle, and then fires it, and that was blocked in front. Stone keeps it in. Jason Robertson with the last block. Center pass in front, scores! And this time it counts! Barbashev finds Eichel backdoor, and for real this time, it is 1-0 Vegas. A minute 54 in. Barbashev says, you take it away from me once? Well, how about now? You won't take it away from us this time around. Excellent offensive zone pressure by Vegas as they held it in for nearly 30 seconds. The setup by Barbashev on his backhand to find Eichel's waiting. Johnny on the spot right in front of the slot with the initial shot blocked in front. And the setup pass was smooth from Barbashev. This one counts. Eichel from Barbashev, a shot apiece. Eichel's 16th goal of the season as this one was out of play. His 4th goal against Dallas this season, the most that he has scored against any one team this year. 58 seconds after the goal was denied from Barbashev, Eichel says, take that. As it was sustained offensive zone pressure time. Barbashev finding Eichel, who tucked it in, forehand, past the outstretched skate of Jake Ottinger. 2:10 in. 47 assists for Eichel this season, which ranks 4th in the NHL. Quick shot was turned away by Ottinger. Another good chance there for the Golden Knights. Rope hits, who's on this third line for Dallas. Vegas is 17-6-3 when scoring first. We'll see how Dallas answers. Stankoven hits tied up at the far corner. This goes over to the near corner now. The Golden Knights looking to clear, and they do. That was Victor Olofsson who broke that one up. Stankoven sends it to the far corner. Chasing after his White Cloud, who pins one to start to the corner. Now at the opposite side. Near side, Vegas picks it up with Oscar Bach pressuring Pavel Dorofeev. Still it's with Vegas. Dallas holds it. Far corner. Trying to go back to the enough point. That doesn't go. Haig was in the way. And Vegas clears once more. This time it was Hartle. Sent up for Dorofeev on a turnover. Dorofeev couldn't get anything out of that. And this is cleared out by Brendan Smith, the 7th defenseman on Dallas. Noah Hannafin backhands it over to the far side. Sent up front by the VGK as it was sent all the way back on this clear by Dallas. Brett Howden moves it up for the near side. Ottinger lets this one go. We're in the far corner, swooped up by Harley and Heiskanen. Not held in by Vegas. And here could be a 2-on-1 by Dallas, but broken up at the last moment by Ronbjerg. Bouncing puck, this went over Howden and held in by Heiskanen. From the right circle, set up, pass in front, they score! Maverick Bourque! Right in front off the feed from Matt Duchene! We're even! A good hold by Miro Heiskanen on the attempted clear by Vegas as it bounced off the boards onto him. As Heiskanen saw the open passing lane towards Duchene found a setup for Bourque, who was right in front, with an added screen from Jamie Benn partially onto Aiden Hill's left. Bourque, who was the AHL MVP last season, had it at one of the easiest goals set up for him at the slot. Johnny on the spot, we're tied at 1. His 6th goal this season, his 1st in his last 4 games. Shots 2-1 early. So a lot of game left here as Heiskanen scoops it up, backhands this one out, and it pinballs around. Several times, the Golden Knights clear, and it'll be scooped up by Waugh. Bouncing puck over to the near half boards once again, as it's scooped up and gloved down by Robertson. Several tie-ups over at center ice, and then shot all the way through the distance onto the trapezoid. 2 goals in a minute 47 to start off this game. A fiery start between two emerging rivals. Taking this is Pearson, a 2-time Stanley Cup champion with the Los Angeles Kings. This bounced up and out for Dallas to scoop it up. Onto the right side is Johnston, 21 years old. It's Adin Hill, plays this one out away from Johnston. Tanner Pearson at the far corner. Scooped this one around over to the near corner. Hannafin braced himself for contact, gave this one away for Lyubushkin. This pass way too far for the intended man right in front. This goes back for Lyubushkin at the near corner. Onto Gretzky's office. Set up over to the top of the left circle. Now back over to the center of the left circle. Stankoven over to Rope, hit on a deep shot. Was looking for deflection and never got all the way to the net. With the far half boards, this bounced up. Turn around, and here's Eichel with it. With the game's first goal. Eichel, left side for Barbashev. Moves it this way and turns around, looking to set up in front. Bouncing puck, this one off the pad of Ottinger. Eichel on the hold. Far side, now back to the deep point. Hannafin looks for a deflection in front. Didn't get one there. And it will be scooped up by Bach, who tried to clear. And Dallas gets an additional clear with some help. One-on-one on the shot that was turned away by Hill. Brendan Smith tested Adin Hill early here. Moving in is Smith, who tries to go for it again. Several deflections. And this cannot be got it all the way to the net. The Stars can't get anything out of this one. The Golden Knights calmly walk their way around and clear it down the ice. Ottinger, another Four Nations face-off selection. Stars move it down as Bork backhands this one deep to be collected by Whitecloud. Haig overskates the puck and then gets it over to center ice. Almost fumbling this one was Olofsson as he sends it around for the boards. Ottinger will lead this over to Trapezoid. Duchesne. Haig was closing in. Stars get this out and it'll be picked up by Hurdle, who will send it to Whitecloud. Zach Whitecloud. A little bump and moving up with his Dorfave. Waits for help. Matt Dumba's in on him. Pass over to Haig at the left point. Tied up. As that puck was initially between his legs. Haig still protecting this puck. Good job on the hold, as it almost looked like he was going to give this one up. Haig moves in front. They score! What a sequence here for the Golden Knights, as it looked like Haig was going to fumble it, but he kept it without stumbling it. And it's 2-1 Vegas. Tomas Hurdle banked it to the back of the net. And it's 2-1. As Haig protected it for the longest time away from two Stars. The amount of time that he had with this protecting it is outstanding, as he kept with it. Held it. As he continued moving down low. Hurdle banks it in off the rebound in front. I thought it was Haig at first, as he makes a swift move past Matt Duchesne. Absorbing the contact all throughout, went by two Stars, Duchesne and Dumba, before Hurdle got there as well. It's 2-1 Vegas. Hurdle with his 19th of the season. He is currently riding a career-high 10-game point streak, and he's continuing it here tonight. Scrum at the near corner. Hurdle with 7 goals in his last 7 games in this 10-game point streak. Fedor banks it in off the far wall. Ottinger leaves this behind over to Lyubushkin. Lyubushkin, deep pass over to the left side. Set up in front, well too far. Vegas will take it back. Along the penalty box doors. Barbashev getting tangled up. Stars take it away. Robertson walks in with Johnson. Robertson fires. It was partially blocked, and Vegas scoops it up. Barbashev walks it out to the right side for Eichel. Toe drag! Barbashev was closed off in time by Johnston. At the far half boards, Vegas on the hole. Barbashev looks for Eichel. Couldn't find him. Eichel on the keep. It's out in front. Eichel scoops it. Barbashev! And that was turned away by Ottinger. Eichel dropping it all the way back for Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo fires this one wide. Bouncing all the way to the far corners. Lavoie's in pursuit. Stars clear this one out, and they will get a change, but they're likely going to be caught by it. Here's Hannafin. Walks in. Hannafin waits for Gretzky's office. Turned away by Heiskanen. And the Dallas Stars look to get this one out, and they do. Steele backhands this one deep. Pietrangelo in pursuit. Collects the puck. Now 35 years old. As Vegas will move it up for the near side. Howden, the former New York Ranger, spun around by Hitz. It is scooped up by Harley. Over the far half boards. Stankoven got clipped up high on a good body check. Howden will move for it through. Kolasar turned away. Dallas taking this one back. They were turned away themselves. Howden brings it back up. Cross-ice pass all the way for Pearson. Sharp angle shot. Didn't make it towards the net. It was turned away by Ottinger. For the near boards, this is Colin Blackwell in pursuit. Whitecrow. Oh! Whitecrow laid a big reverse hit right on Colin Blackwell. That was vicious. That was clean. Puck was not enough for an icing. This puck may have been out of play, and it is. Makes its way over to the Golden Knight bench. 2-1 Vegas here early. 11:10 to go in this first period. Alec Nava here with you. We'll be right back. 3 playoff meetings in a span of 5 years for these two teams. The Stars won in 2020 in the Western Conference Final. Vegas got their revenge in the 2023 Western Conference Final in 6 games. Then last year, in the first round, Dallas won in an epic 7-game battle. First meeting was a 5-game finish between these two teams. 2-1 Golden Knights here at Las Vegas between these two. Right circle on the faceoff. The Golden Knights win it, but it's the Stars coming up with it. From the near side, Bork sends this down all the way at the near corner. Chipped up aside. Tie up at the near half boards. This will be scooped up by Hurdle, and the Golden Knights will go to work. Over at center ice, Hurdle will defer it over to Olofsson, who was turned away. Noah Hannafin picks it up at center ice and dumps this one in around for the near boards. At the far corner, Leon Bischel could not pick it up. Shots are 4-free. Vegas early. Nearing the midway mark of this first period. All the way back, it's Dumba. Wearing the number 3. It was last worn by John Klingberg. Mason Marchman has been out since December 27th. He had facial surgery after taking a block up high onto the face. Dadonov and Stone were both there. Everyone thought this was going to be an icing, and it's not. No whistle was blown. Far corner, they're doing battle as they get into a scrum. Robertson keeps this one in as he pokes it over to the left point. Walking with this is Thomas Harley. Skates over to the right circle. Set up in front as he tried to jam it in. Aiden Hill went over and kept that one out. Thomas Harley went down low as he tried to do the same thing that Nick Hague did on the second Vegas goal. This time around, Yevgeny Dadonov and Wyatt Johnson were both banking at that net. 2 whacks in from Dadonov free, and Hill kept this out with his glove hand after kicking this one out over with the left pad. Hill has 19 wins this season, tied for 7th in the NHL. He's been their number 1 goaltender, and one can imagine he'll be their starter come playoff time. And Ilya Samsonov being his backup once more. Halfway into first, Vegas with the puck. 6-4 shot advantage for the Stars. Getting this one in off of Waugh, but Heiskanen was there as the pass was too far. Stars get this one out. Vegas is going after this. Haig chopping this one over at the penalty box doors. Went right by 2 Golden Knights, including Kolesar. And the Stars will get back with this. At the far corner, this is Haig scooping this one up. Whitecloud got bumped. Looking to clear. This is knocked down by Pearson. Moving up for Kolesar. Overskating this puck. And Vegas waits of this as Pearson goes around Harley. Could not get by as Harley cut him off. Now he has the puck. Thomas Harley sends it up through the penalty box doors. Chippy on the red line. VGK picks this one up over their own zone. Theodore in pursuit of Stankoven as Theodore moves it up through the far boards. This takes a bounce and racing after is Lavoie. In his first game with the Golden Knights after having an interesting journey into preseason, waiver claims by both the Golden Knights and the Oilers. Trying to tuck it in. Rebound in front. Still free. Blocked in front. A first try. Missed the net. Lavoie on the keep. Bishop blocks him off. Through the near corner. Steele looking to clear. And he does. Bounced onto the Vegas zone. This is moved up. And onto the far side. A hot pursuit for this puck over at the far half boards. Bishop bats this one backwards over to Dumba. Stankoven sticked away, but Steele was there to help. Brett Howden was in the vicinity. And now moving over to the near half boards. This is baseball batted inside onto the Vegas zone by Oscar Bach. Bach in trouble. Gets it over to the right point for Lyubushkin, who fires to keep this one in. Norfeev rushes to this puck and gets it out. Dallas looks to re-enter. Near side, Lyubushkin twisted and turned by Hannafin. And some more bumps and bruises all over the ice along for the boards. Vegas re-enters back the other way. Hartle stopped at the far half boards. Hartle cross ice. Oh, Lotus Hannafin. Set up pass in front. And you wonder why he went with the pass. That was too sharp of an angle for Hannafin. At that sharp angle side. Hill will send this backwards over to Pietrangelo. 7:40 to go. 6 to bounce off the far half boards. Dallas settles this one down. They re-enter. With the far side, Harley. All the way backwards over to the right point for Duchesne. Heiskanen fires this one. This is wide. Looking for Jamie Benn. The Stars are trapped over the far half boards. Can't get something of it. Vegas will poke this one away from them. Pietrangelo to Eichel and then back. Pietrangelo will look again with the far side. And cutting through, here's Eichel. His shot missed the net entirely. McNabb on the hold. Theodore waits of it. Opposite side, McNabb. McNabb gets the pass back from Stone, and a deep shot was turned away by Ottinger. All the way for the left point, and so we'll get our second stoppage for an ice scrapage. It's 2-1 Golden Knights. Action kind of slowed down, but Raphael Lavoie made things interesting. We'll return to your Las Vegas in just a moment. Buffalo Sabres, they're leading huge on the Boston Bruins. Yet that wasn't the biggest thing to happen, as the Buffalo Bills just caught a massive stray on the NESN broadcast from play-by-play announcer Judd Surratt. The touchdown that the Bills needed at Kansas City. Ouch. At the far side, the Stars close in as Johnston. The shot was blocked off a stick from Theodore. The Stars hold it at the far corner. They go back all the way to the point. One time from Heiskanen. Hell, a sprawling save. Theodore picks up the rebound and makes sure the Stars don't get another chance. Walking in with this is Eichel. Eichel drops back over to McNabb. McNabb walks in. McNabb trying to tuck it around. That bounced off the post and it stays out. Four Nations face-off will begin on February 12th, 3 days after Super Bowl 59, a rematch of Super Bowl 57. Will the Philadelphia Eagles exact revenge on the Kansas City Chiefs, or will the Chiefs ensure the Kirk Cousins curse remains strong? At the near corner, Vegas cycling this one around. Here's Haig bouncing in front, and Ottinger sees this one go off the post and stay out, and it goes out of play. So it was said that Pietrangelo has opted out of the Four Nations face-off, and with an undisclosed injury to take care of. Team Canada is going to look for a replacement for Pietrangelo. In the meantime, probably Evan Bouchard is a hot name to go around. Can discuss this over later. He is opting out of the Four Nations, and Bruce Cassidy, the head coach of Team Canada, knows Pietrangelo very well. They can deal with a lot of Vegas Golden Knights and Boston Bruins on his roster. Perhaps Dallas wins this face-off. They'll try to get this one out through the half boards, and they do. Bouncing puck gets gloved down by the Stars, and Oscar Buck over the opposite corner for a quick shot, turned away. Rebound at the far corner. Brendan Smith could not pick this one up. And Vegas will move this one through the far side. Banked it off the boards as Dallas gets this one down. Up for grabs at center ice. Bach picks it up. Bach on his knees as he was knocked down. Lavoie with him. Through the far boards. Right over the benches as Lyubushkin racing back for the puck, keeping it away from Lavoie. Dallas moving it up. Over the near side, and here's Smith who takes it back in. Smith waits and it delivers a shot. Rebound, and that one's swept away by Vegas. A little too dangerous there as Dallas is leading the shot board 9-5. They're at board. Stankoven through the far side. Rolling right by as Rope hits. Gets turned away by Pietrangelo as that pass was blocked on the shot. As Vegas gets this back inside. This was deflected. Icing waved off. 4:52 to go. Dorfeev down low as Ottinger cut away that pass. Still held at the far corner. Victor Olofsson over to Noah Hanifin for Pietrangelo. Hanifin's shot. The rebound in front. Swept away by Dallas. The Stars will send this one down for the ice. It actually went towards one of the team's benches out of play as the Stars were changing, and we'll get another ice scrapage. 4:34 to go. 4:34 to go in the first period. Alec, now we're here with you. The Golden Knights lead 2-1. A little buck from Hintz onto Aiden Hill. We'll be right back. Bouchard has been a hot name for Team Canada replacing Pietrangelo. Yeah, well, defense has been something of concern for him, but he can also drive a power play. Though the narrative of him is saying that he's not good enough defensively, and while he's turning over the puck quite a bit more this year, his pairing with Matthias Ekholm remains elite at both ends of the ice, holding down roughly 60% of the 5-on-5 scoring chance and expected goals. Bouchard actually leads all NHLers in shots of 90 miles per hour or more. The idea that he's carried by elite players is silly in Team Canada context. Because who do you think that he'd be going with? In terms of a pairing or with teammates? That's a lot of talent that Team Canada has. Vegas walks it in. Here is Stone, closed off. Stone fires, stopped by Ottinger. He keeps this one in. This goes by Eichel. At the near corner, the Stars are twisted and turned, but keep a hold of the puck at the near half boards. Over Fyodor, they clear. Jamie Benn having some trouble with this puck over the penalty box doors. He shoots this one in over the far corner. The Golden Knights have it back deep at their own zone. Stone gets it over across ice. And Fyodor taking his time with his puck. Jason Robertson watching. Nick Wasline out there. Fyodor still holding on to it. McNabb now. At the near half boards, the VGK send this one as Was chasing after it off the dump in from Stone as Stone goes for a change. Dallas picks it up now. Johnston sends this one in. Colasar the first to it. At the near corner. Dallas is casing it back on the takeaway. Jason Robertson tried to find a wipe up with a man in front. Good defense by the Golden Knights to deny them a premium scoring chance. Vegas keeps this one through as Wah moves through center. On the right side. Wah still holding on to it. At the far corner. Knocked away off a stick from Lindell. Robertson sends this one deep. It was batted down by Colasar. The Golden Knights hold it. Pearson, Colasar, and Wah all there. This bounces out as Dallas clears. Less than free to go here. As it's Hanifin who moves this one up and takes a bounce. Olofsson fires it. Knocked away by Ottinger. And at the trapezoid, it was scooped up by Dallas as this one takes a bounce and lands onto Ottinger's breadbasket. A shot from the left point. It was blocked in front. Another hot choice for Team Canada, Drew Doughty. Two-time Olympic gold medalist and a World Cup of Hockey winner. Seeing where the Maple Leaf will feel like sliding on comfy Warden pair of skates. He's returning from a season-long injury layoff. He's quite an enthusiastic participant in the tournament. His NHL team could definitely benefit from his participation as it would give him extra rest to find his legs heading into the Kings playoff run. But he's 35 and coming off a major injury. And a quick face-off win. And Nick Hague's shot was stopped by Jake Ottinger just like that. And Aiden Hill was interfered with earlier. And then Rope Hintze was sliding through inside the crease as Hill is having a conversation with the officials about a skate blade that he lost. 19-9-3, a 260 GA, and a 903 save percentage. Solid numbers. Some other options include Chris Tanev and Mackenzie Weegar. Another face-off at the left circle. 2:38 to go. Both starting the face-off. Brett Howden will stay put. And Howden wins this face-off. Quick slapper from Hague. Blocked in front. At the near half boards. Not Alice Hague has a good keep. At the right side. The Stars sweep this one away, but the Golden Knights hold it. From Gretzky's office. The Stars can't clear it again. VGK holding once more. Ron Bjerg was there. Several whacks at the puck. And Dallas pokes this one several times. They get this one out. Still was held along the penalty box doors. Hague backtracks this over to his own zone. Long stretch pass for Lavoie. Didn't make it all the way through as Dumba and Bichelle were both there. Lee and Bichelle to Logan Stankoven, who gets this one deep. McNabb scoops for Fyodor, who sends it over at the far side, now near side for McNabb. Entering his Hurdle. Hurdle is tied up at the left point. McNabb can't hold it. And now at the far side, Sam Steele gets this one in deep around for the far side of the boards. At the near corner, this battle ensues with Hintz and Stankoven both tied up. Now at the far corner, they once again reignite the battle. From Gretzky's office, McNabb to Dorofeev. Dorofeev cross sides for Fyodor. Fyodor holding. End of his shift. Up front for Dorofeev. The Golden Knights swap defenseman. Fyodor still out there onto the ice. Sam Steele looking to keep for the Golden Knights. Heiskanen was also there. Bouncing deep. And picking up is Fyodor. Still at the end of his shift. Fyodor will feed it for Hanifin. And Fyodor will finally go off to the bench for change to get Pietrangelo in. At the far corner, Ottinger leads this over there. And now skating out in front the final minute is Dallas. Up front for Jamie Benn. Bouncing puck. And will reach Aiden Hill. Will hold on to it. 50.4 seconds to go in this first period. As today is the... until further notice, this is the only game which I'm doing this week. Trying to write down some Four Nations face-off articles soon enough. (2-1) in favor of the Golden Knights here. Late stage of the first period. All the goals coming in the opening 7 minutes of play. To Hill's right. This is a false start on the face-off. We'll have to do this over again. Eichel against Duchesne. Officials taking their time with this as now the puck is down. And the Golden Knights get this one out. 45 to go. Up front the near half boards. Bork couldn't handle it. It was too hot to handle. Barbashev turned away, and now at the far side, the Stars would scoop it and they will send this down the distance. Hill was looking for someone. Almost ran into trouble with Jamie Benn, but the Golden Knights skate this one out safely. Barbashev for Eichel. Eichel toe drags around. Eichel looks for Stone. Stone, Barbashev. And Ottinger's got it. 22.1 to go. And the Dallas Stars riding a solid streak. Minnesota dealing with the loss of Kirill Kaprizov as he is out for a month. Frederic Lecuyer, Pierre Lambert are referees. Ryan Gibbons, Jesse Marquis are linesmen. Peter DeBoer, formerly the head coach of the Golden Knights, the Sharks, the Devils, and the Panthers, made it to the Stanley Cup final with New Jersey and San Jose. To the conference finals with Dallas and Vegas. Face-off win by Dallas as they will look to get this one through. 15 seconds ago, this one bounced over to... It actually stayed in play. It did not go into the Vegas bench. 10 seconds ago, the Stars look to send it through. It takes a bounce off a stick. 5 seconds. They'll look to get one last shot onto the goal. Offside here, however. So it looks like they'll not get one last shot on goal. 1.3 seconds to go. Peter DeBoer has been in the conference finals 2019, 2020, 2021, 2023, and 2024. That's 5 times in the last 6 years. He's lost each one of them, however. It hasn't been to the Stanley Cup final since 2016. 1.3 seconds ago, as this will likely be the last face-off. And getting tossed out was Blackwell, and so Bach will take in his place. And on the final face-off, the Golden Knights will enter the first intermission with a 2-1 lead. They have 17 wins this season when leading after the first period, tied for the second most in the NHL. So when we go around the first intermission report, we'll have coverage here of this game alongside the live look-ins of each other game, plus Four Nations face-off discussion, the recent news around the sporting world. We'll be right back here in just a moment. I'm Alec Nava. See you soon. Score in the first intermission here at Las Vegas, the Golden Knights lead 2-1 on a strong showing in that opening frame. Both offensive and defensive. It got back and forth early. That the Golden Knights getting a goal disallowed here at the opening minute from Ivan Barbashev, but Barbashev makes up for it with the primary assist to Jack Eichel. Mark Stone at the other assist at the 154 mark. Maverick Bourque from Matt Duchene and Miro Hayes to tie it at the 341 mark. Tomas Hertl from Nick Hague and Pavel Dorofeyev at 6:35. Alec Nava here with you as you look at the team's stats right now. Shots are 10-9 Vegas. Hits 11-8 Vegas. Face-off wins are 8 even apiece. Block shots 9-3 Dallas. Takeaways 1 each and giveaways 9-3 Dallas. So there's a number of giveaways Dallas had that's being the difference here, and they're forced to block a lot of shots. Not what they want. Neither team has went to the power play here. Jack Eichel has goals in all 3 games against the Stars this season. They split the season series in the first 2 games. This is the final game of this 3-game regular season series between the 2 teams. So whoever wins this will win in the regular season series. To go over what happened last time around, it's a 4-3 final score. Jack Eichel scoring 2 goals for Vegas. One on the power play. The other power play goal was to Shea Theodore. However, Dallas prevails. Rope hit scoring in the power play and a strong second period as well. Jason Robertson striking twice and Jamie Benn as well. Benn's goal and Robertson's second goal were separated a minute and 36 seconds apart. This game will be the tiebreaker in the regular season series. So as for the case for Mackenzie Weegar on replacing Alex Pietrangelo, Weegar's big and strong, plays both special teams, right-handed but can also play the left side if needed. Plays against opponents' top players nightly. He's historically a high-end play driver at 5-on-5. He's one of the more well-rounded defensemen in hockey. The ideal replacement for any injury on the blue line because he can play any role anywhere. Feels like the lowest maintenance addition possible. 20-goal season from a year ago was an obvious outlier, but Canada won't need it to reproduce that 20-goal season. If he's just himself, which is basically pretty good at everything, ideally, he would be a second pairing option. Brandon Montour could be another option. He has Stanley Cup winning pedigree. Big shot. 8th among defensemen, shots 90 miles an hour. Average size at best for an NHL blue liner. 6 foot 199 pounds, but plays more jam than he gets credit for. His first year of a lucrative 7-year contract and toiling on a Kraken team going nowhere in the playoff race. Little on the line this NHL season. He's theoretically bringing an all-in competitiveness. On the other hand, his skill set doesn't perfectly replace Pietrangelo's. All the things he does best, Cale Makar does better. Pietrangelo leads the Golden Knights in shorthanded minutes per game. Montour doesn't even kill penalties. If the goal is to replicate Pietrangelo's tools, Montour isn't the ideal pick. Dougie Hamilton as well could be an option. Rangy and a power play weapon. Excellent offensive 5-on-5 play driver. He's like younger Pietrangelo in so many ways, except he doesn't sniff the penalty kill. His minutes are actually down this year, and he doesn't play on New Jersey's shutdown pair. He's also never been a favorite of the Team Canada brass. He hasn't represented the country since the 2013 World Juniors. Canada's general manager also happens to be the man who first traded him away for the Bruins, Don Sweeney. It doesn't feel like Hamilton has a shot, despite the fact that he'd be a solid pick. The other one is Chris Tanev. Choosing or passing on Tanev will tell exactly how serious Don Sweeney and Doug Armstrong are about winning the Four Nations faceoff. If you want to shut down the opposition's top players, keep the puck in the offensive zone, kill penalties, and block shots, this is your guy. He's the choice if you prioritize winning over entertaining the fans. His mobility and knack for making smart and simple puck decisions are underrated. Not an offensive threat, but bringing him means you're punting on offense from your defense a bit, but when you spread Makar, Theodore, and Morrissey on different pairs, that's not much of a problem. I feel the ideal choice, however, would be Mackenzie Weegar. You're checking on the headlines around the NHL. It's Kirill Kaprizov lost for 1 month at the very least, as he will be dealing with a lower body injury and will have surgery. He'll be out of the lineup, but it's not a season-ending injury. Bill Guerin has said this is a week-to-week basis. Kaprizov sustained several injuries this season. Second time he did so. sustained a lower body injury that kept him out the lineup for a month, returning on January the 23rd. However, he played 2 more games, registering assists in both contests while averaging more than 21 minutes a game before Garrett's announcement. The provided timeline suggests the earliest he could return to the Wild will be late February or early March. One detail that could minimize his absence will be the Four Nations face-off that runs from February 12th to February 20th. The Wild have 6 games between the 4-team international tournament, and Minnesota's first game back for the Four Nations face-off is February 22nd. Regardless of how many games Kaprizov misses, his absence will play a significant role in the Wild's bid to reach the playoffs after missing the playoffs last season. Previously, the Wild have made the playoffs in 4 straight years, while missing the playoffs just once since the start of the 2013 season. They opened a year with a 26-4 start, only to go 9-11 since December 14th. They've had 2 separate 3-game losing streaks but remain in the hunt for a playoff spot. They are third in the Central Division, in which they are a point behind the second-place Dallas Stars, 2 points ahead of the Colorado Avalanche, who hold the first wildcard spot. Also, some other news. Fenway Sports Group will sell their minority stake of the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're looking to this market to explore selling that minority stake. It is still to be determined what percentage of the team they're looking to sell, but they expect it to still be the controlling owners. They did something similar with Liverpool 2 years ago, selling a minority stake of the EPL to New York-based sports investment firm Dynasty Equity. They bought controlling interest in the Penguins in 2021 for $900 million. Previously owned by Mario Lemieux and Ron Burkle, who bought the team and saved it from bankruptcy in 1999. They helped keep the Penguins in Pittsburgh, going to win 3 Stanley Cups from 2009 to 2017. Lemieux is still involved with the team after the sale to Fenway. And Fenway's ownership includes several sports properties, which includes the Boston Red Sox, Fenway Park, NESN, RFK Racing, and Boston Common Golf. Of course, NESN being the Red Sox and Bruins regional network, RFK Racing with NASCAR, and Boston Common Golf of the TGL. Any change of ownership structure in the NHL is only official only after it gets approved by the league's board of governors. FSG selling off a minority stake of the Penguins will not be viewed as unusual, especially in the era of private equity involvement in sports ownership. Jeff Vinik said in October 2024 that he sold a majority stake of his team to a new group of investors. Through 52 games, so I'm not going to that part. FSG publicly and privately said they would like to help Crosby win more Stanley Cups in Pittsburgh. They're going to be active here in this department. The NHL has suspended Emil Lilleberg for 2 games without paying for interference against JT Compher. Lilleberg received a minor penalty for the incident, but the NHL Department of Player Safety announced the hearing has been set for Monday, acted quickly determining the punishment, which was announced on the department's social media feed. On the return to the CBA, Lilleberg will forfeit $9,062.50 of his salary, going to the Players' Emergency Assistance Fund for that interference call. Also, with the St. Louis Blues, they have placed Brandon Saad on waivers with the intent of sending him to the minors. Saad will be assigned to the Springfield Thunderbirds of the AHL if he clears or be playing for a different NHL team if he is claimed. He has another year left on his contract at a salary of $4.5 million, which makes it unlikely he's going anywhere but the AHL. Saad has been held without a goal in 40 of his 43 games this season, of a total of 16 points on 7 goals and 9 assists, and was not garnering much, if any, trade interest around the league. The Blues are hot and cold and just stuck in no man's land on the edge of the Western Conference playoff race in the midway point of the season, 5 points back of the second and final wildcard spot. Drew Bannister was fired 22 games into the season. Jim Montgomery was his replacement. St. Louis is 14-12-3 with Montgomery behind the bench. But the team is trying to build for the future, but also attempting to win now. But there are plenty of questions about why that is not happening. Putting him on waivers comes the day after trading Scott Perunovich to the New York Islanders for a conditional 2026 5th-round pick. So that on that recent trade, as Perunovich got traded to the Islanders. So the trade announced by the teams coming on the heels of the Islanders getting Tony DeAngelo to a contract on a league minimum deal for the rest of the season. Their Islanders have won 4 in a row after losing 27 of the first 44, 7th in the 8-team Metro Division. Perunovic has been in and out of the lineup in his second full year in the league. 6 points in the 24 games he's played. 33 points and skated average of just under 15 minutes over 1 and 4 regular season and playoff games for the Blues, just outside the playoff spot in the West. He'll be making $1.15 million and is set to be an RFA this summer. That is the recent news all throughout the NHL. When I come back, it'll be a second period here in Las Vegas. I am Alec Nava. We'll be right back. Vegas as the Golden Knights and Stars retake the ice here for the middle frame. It was excitement early with 3 goals in a near 5-minute span. The disallowed goal, but Vegas scores 2 of the next 3. 3 goals, all separated by 4 minutes and 41 seconds as we're getting ready here. A little vision from Ivan Barbashev to set up Jack Eichel in front. An eagle eye to send this through as he turned his head as he was passing it to backhand it towards him in front. Then in front it was Matt Duchene who counters, looking at Maverick Bourque the entire way. Bourque got himself open right in front of Raphael Lavoie. Then Nick Hague, who drove inside, keeping the puck for a good 10 seconds or so from several Stars approaching front. 3 of them at the very least. And as he was banking this one through, Hurdle tucks it in on the rebound. The Stars did not have a shot in the final 5 minutes. We're underway here in the second. This fresh sheet of ice here. Jack Eichel of his 60th of the year. Maverick Bourque, 6th of the year. Tomas Hertl, 19th of the year. Shots are 9-10 Vegas. Scoring chances 7-4 Vegas. Collected in the near corner by Waugh, but it's turned away as Harley got there. At the far side. Swept away at the far corner as Wyatt Johnston looks. Waugh breaks it up. Thomas Harley breaks that one through again, and the Stars looking to break out from right to left. Robertson all the way across for Johnston. Johnston tied up by Hanifin, who shoves him towards the wall. Johnston sends it towards the opposite half boards to Evgeny Dadonov. Lindell all the way for Lyubushkin. His shot missed, and Lindell kept this one through. Bounced off the boards as well. Spinning around as Robertson in trouble with Haig. Here's Hintz who fires. Rebound in front. Hill! He's down. Looking to get back up. And he does. And Vegas clears it all the way down. Scooped up by Dallas as they're looking to re-enter. At the penalty box doors, it's Lindell who sends this one deep. Hanifin at the far half boards. The Stars on the hold. Deep shot didn't make it all the way through. Dead, tired Vegas players on the ice. Some of them are nearing 30 seconds on their shift. Whistle blows here. A minute 22 into this game. Or period, I meant. It turns out Matt Duchene is wearing an extended visor for tonight's game. It turns out player safety never sleeps. As Duchene, he wants to take care of his eyes. 10 shots apiece for these two teams as this faceoff is at center ice, won by Bork. Heiskanen stutter steps at the red line, fires this one inside. Hill plays it out from Gretzky's office. At the far corner, this one deflected up. Held by Matt Duchene is taken away by Bork. Eichel's on him. Dallas looking to break away. At the far half boards, Harley picks it up. Shifts it up for Heiskanen who fires it, stopped by Hill. Eichel sends this one down and maybe an icing. It will be. A 2-1 Golden Knights. th NHL season for Matt Duchene. Still going strong as a high-end contributor. Long shot. Blocked in front. 26 points and 24 road games for Duchene. He is focused at the far corner. Carries with the puck. Harley mishandled the puck as this exits out to center. Chased by Mark Stone. Harley sends it up for the far side. And going up with this is Bork. Bork fires it wide. Chipped away once, now twice as Harley holds it but turns it over to Barbashev. Up for Eichel, who clears it out. No line change here for the VGK, and this is going to be iced. As this was dumped in from behind the red line. The most head-to-head matchups between these two Stars and Golden Knights with 22 since the 2023 season, including playoffs, in the number of games played between them. Bruins and Panthers, 24 games. Hurricanes and Islanders, 22. Kings and Oilers, 21. Among these most common matchups. That includes last year's first round series in which they played 7 games. 2:27 in, second period. Brett Howden. He won that faceoff. Zach Whitecloud and Howden were in trouble. Dallas is 7-2-0 in their last 9 road games. Vegas is making sure that ends here. Set up pass in front, didn't make it all the way to the intended man. And there is someone who got tripped up. It will be a penalty against the Stars. That was Romberg who got tripped. And it'll be Leon Bischel who will head to the box. Bischel, a young player on this Dallas lineup, tripped up Romberg as Romberg was looking to set up Lavoie in front. Bischel may have prevented a goal from happening as Romberg would have likely set up Lavoie for his first goal as a Golden Knight. So, this actually is a good penalty to take. Make sure you take no chances for any approaching Knights at the net. Power play here for the first time for the Knights as they win this. Fyodor sends it to Dorofeyev. Waits a bit and sends it back over to Fyodor. Back to Dorofeyev. Third best power play in the NHL are the Knights. Back over to Fyodor as he waits. Now back to Dorofeev. They continue to play catch. To the high swap for Stone. Dorofeev down low for Hurdle. Back to Dorofeev. Fyodor wants some more. Eichel. All 5 players now getting involved here. No shots just yet. Eichel can't find the open man as the Stars get in the way of that and send this down to the trapezoid. Where Aiden Hill was at. Fyodor setting up again. Looking for the drop pass to Eichel, and here he comes. Up for the middle. Through center. Looking at the far side for Dorofeev, who is tangled up. Hurdle. Sending it backwards for Fyodor, who just kept this one alive. Eichel. Goes stopped by Lyubushkin. Dorofeev in trouble. Goes back for Eichel. Pass was fanned towards Stone. Good block in front as this is kept inside. Okay, so now we have another penalty. And Vegas will have a 2-man advantage here. Ilya Lyubushkin gets 2 minutes for slashing. So Bishop made the smart penalty, but Lyubushkin uncalled for. As he was trying to take the puck away, he catches the glove of Dorofeev, as he was trying to take it aside, that could have easily broken Dorofeev's stick. On the 2-man advantage, you have to stop being cute and look for an open lane and stop looking for the perfect play. Keep firing at the open net. The Golden Knights have 1 minute and 1 second of a 2-man advantage. A good enough time for this to happen. That was hooks it clear here. There are 2 men down. Dorofeev scoops it up and it goes to Stone. Eichel waits with this puck. Eichel looks up front. Shoots it down low. Dorofeev backdoor scores! Pavel Dorofeev says take that! And it's 3-1 Golden Knights. His 22nd goal of the season is a nice tic-tac-toe play as he was wide open, who shot at a wide open net. One of the best passing plays that was set up as Dorofeev, he actually bounced this off of Jake Ottinger. He initially had to save as it bounced off of him and right onto the net. He was looking for the return feed for Stone. This actually was not a shot. It was a pass intended for Stone that made it to the net. This is Dorofeev's 10th power play goal, which leads the team. Vegas still has power play time to maneuver. And this is set up in front for a good save. Oh! Right in front of the low slot. Jake Ottinger had to turn that aside. Dorofeev was looking for his 2nd power play goal of the sequence. He doesn't want to hang out at the goal line way too far. And so as he shot this one off the... He intended to pass this one, but it went off the left skate of Ottinger. Sometimes, luck is what's needed. Faceoff is at the right circle. With Hurdle take it. Mark Stone also there. Dorofeev's 22 goals lead the team. 20 career goals entering this season. He's enjoying a breakout year. Fyodor starts up. Watched by Bach as this drop back. Carrying this one up is Eichel. Eichel. This bounce off the far side. No icing here. Ottinger places one behind. This goes past Fyodor and all the way down for Hill. Aiden Hill. Leaving it for Fyodor again. Still a minute left of power play time. Fyodor sends it up for Hurdle. Hurdle. Backhands all the way across for Stone. Stone sending it back over to the approaching Eichel. Who moves over to the near quarter. Fyodor. Pass broken up by Hitz. And here's a shorthanded 2-on-1. Rope hits. Waits a minute. Fires it. Kicked out and he score! Just what the doctor ordered. Wyatt Johnston on the rebound. Makes it a 1-goal game again. Rope hits with the defensive read to poke check away the intended pass for Mark Stowe. Gets this one back. An initial shot was turned away, but Johnston was right there on the rebound. It turned on one aside. Fyodor wanted to bank this one off the far corner. It saves. Hitz makes the read And as Tomas Hertl was approaching right behind, Johnston was right there on the spot. Oh, somebody was quipped up high. Johnston with his 12th goal this season, his first in 4 games. As Vegas touches up, there will be a Golden Knights penalty. It's a double minor for high sticking. And it's a huge shorthanded goal to have as Nick Waugh high sticks one of the Stars up high. There was blood. And so, yeah, that was right on the mouth, right up high onto the face of Maverick Bourque. Not exactly what they wanted. 4-on-4 for 35 seconds before a 3-minute, 25-second power play for the Stars. Oof, tough break for Waugh. This is one of the most dangerous times to be shorthanded right after this 4-on-4 is over. Face-off won by Dallas, but they'll have to chase this puck as the Knights clear this one all the way out. Harley chips it over to Stankoven on the saucer pass. And Stankoven tried to get a saucer pass back for Harley. That missed. Bad play here as the Stars cough out the puck. Vegas on the hold. Keeping a hold of it, Brett Howden away from Harley. But Harley takes it right back for Dallas. Through the far side, the Stars walk in. Stankoven forced out. And so I believe the Stars, they're going to wait for the power play to commence. The Golden Knights have it. And the Stars player comes out at the box. And so we have the power play. Heiskanen walks around Howden. That was Ilya Labushkin who came out. And he's on to the bench. Heiskanen driving inside for Ben. Ben sets it up. This bounced all the way through. Held at the point. Heiskanen sets up for Ben again. Around for the near half boards. Duchesne turns around. Johnston, Duchesne, Robertson. At the right side, Heiskanen. In front for Ben. Back for Robertson. Long shot. And through traffic, Aiden Hill left behind, no rebound. 3-2 Vegas here. 6:12 into the second. 2:56 left in the power play. We're in the first half of the power play. So Jamie Benn and Wyatt Johnston wanted to get in front for the deflection, but there were none there on for the lane. Good save for Aiden Hill to make as Vegas wins this face-off, but Robertson holds to the left point. No queer. Ben, around the near side, gets it to the far side for Heiskanen. Alex Pietrangelo all tied up. Heiskanen there. He lost his stick. He's complaining that he was interfered with, and the Golden Knights cleared this one down. Shot attempts, 24-14 Vegas in the first period. 11-2 Dallas here in this middle frame. This power play helps for them. It's Duchesne control. Johnston, return feed for Duchesne. Goes by him. And Ben picks it up. Ben gave it away. Here comes Pavel Dorofeyev. Oh, there was a loose stick in the process. And Dorofeyev could have banked it home. Johnston all the way across for Duchesne. Long cross-ice feed. All the way for Dadonov, who was tied up. Robertson as well. Robertson looks to get it backwards. Johnston as well. Cross-ice pass and rushing to his puck is Hintz to keep it alive. At the far half boards, Johnston, Dadonov, tied up by McNabb, Robertson as well. Ryan Gretzky-Safis as they're both whacking at the puck. Dadonov for Johnston, back to Dadonov. Dadonov looking to go back. Johnston was cut away, and Vegas gets it out. All the way deep as Ottinger was waiting behind the crease. Thomas Harley, he will look to send this one up. Stankoven turned away. This gets batted up and back deep. On the road, the Stars have the 8th best power play in the NHL, but at home is a different story. Worst power play at home this season. Stankoven tied up, but Hintz keeps his one alive. Over at the far corner, Bourque tangled up with Haig. Bourque still grabbing a hold of it as Haig is poking it free. Stankoven finds Dadonov at the left point. Dadonov drops it on back for Harley. A minute left on the man advantage. For the right circle for Bourque. Cross-ice pass for Dadonov. Bouncing puck. Didn't make his way over to the net as Haig, tying up hits. Bounced over at the far corner. Loose stick on the ice. That was Bourque. Well, he's getting bullied over the ice. Where are these loose sticks coming from? Race with his puck. Over at the Dallas zone. Scooped up by Harley as he won the race. In front is Dadonov. Dadonov waits patiently with this puck. 35 on the man advantage. Dadonov at the near corner. In front for Johnston. Blocked in front. And Vegas will opt to clear this one down. Excellent penalty killing by the Golden Knights. Heiskanen will restart with the puck. He'll drop it on back and moving out with his Johnston. Wide Johnston sliding to Duchesne and then back. Johnston offside. And Dallas will take a face-off just outside the zone. 14 seconds left on a man advantage. 11:06 left in the period. Dallas lost that initial entry onto that zone initially. Dallas hasn't looked at their best here on this man advantage. They look discombobulated. There's not much going towards the net. They're generating shots, but not high danger shots. Robertson on the ice for this. The rest of this power play, the faceoff goes all the way back to the Dallas zone. Matt Dumba out there. 5 seconds. Dumba passes too far, and this will be an icing against Dallas. 1 second on the power play, and that will in all likelihood kill off the rest of the man advantage. There have been some moments in which there have been this and that. It's the Vegas power play successfully got their shot. Dallas hasn't. Pietrangelo off this faceoff as the power play is over. Just one shot. That was as bad of a power play as it could be, especially since it's in 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Shot for the far half boards was turned away by Ottinger. Held in by Vegas as they look to make the Stars pay. Down low at the near corner. Waiting for that is Hurdle from Gretzky's office. Hurdle all the way over to the left point for Hanifin. Long shot. Hit the backboards. Dallas will restart with this as they look to move it up. Bounced up. Dorfave can't get it. Robertson can. He turned this one over. And the Golden Knights started stepping against Dorfave, but he was a little too cute with it. Robertson got shoved away. This is a race for the puck over the far corner of the Vegas zone. Vegas took this one away as Pietrangelo and Hanifin were both there. Hanifin still in pursuit. Pokes this one away. Dallas rushes to it in no time. At the near half boards, Dorfave checks his man Buck. Past the halfway mark of this second period. 3-2 Vegas. 1 goal each by these two clubs. Moving up with this is Dallas. As walking back is Blackwell. Tick, tack, save, Hill. He made the save there to turn away the Stars. And the second one, rebound in front. Hill turned away 2 shots. It's still alive over the far corner. Vegas picks it up. Can they clear? Yes, they can. Dorfave uses the far boards to get this one out. And the Golden Knights will make a change. Deep pass turned away by the Knights as Theodore is right there. So is McNabb as they to exchange the puck. Vegas walks it in, 3-on-2. On the far side, Eichel fires, stopped by Ottinger, and finally, we have a stoppage. 9:13 to go in the second period for our first ice scrapage of the second period. And boy, was this middle frame so eventful. 3-2, Golden Knights lead. A power play goal and a shorthanded goal here. We'll be right back. Knights killed off a 4-minute penalty kill. Nick Waugh went off for a double minor for high sticking. And they limited Dallas to just one shot on that 4-minute power play, which wasn't really 4 minutes. Left to 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Abbreviated 4-minute power play. Vegas looking to build on their 3-2 lead, trying to make it 4-2. The Stars get this one out, clearing it down. Scooping up is Shea Theodore. Opposite side to his partner, Braden McNabb. Up the far side for Stone. Heiskanen scoops it up deep at his own end. It's a battle at the far corner. Heiskanen there. So is Jamie Benn. As this is cleared out by the Stars, where the Golden Knights to retrieve it once more. Barbashev sends this one backwards. All the way up. As the Knights are in control. From the far side, Stone walking in. Stone dumps it off over at the left point for Eichel. Coast off once, but breaks free. In front for Stone. Gonna get this one towards Ottinger, and the Stars look to get this one up. On the right side, and the Stars missed a 2-on-1. That pass was right there on the money for Matt Duchene. He couldn't get this one down. Instead, it will be an icing. Jamie Benn, one of the last few players in the NHL to be visorless. He's one of the few players to be grandfathered into this role. So it was off the boards at the far side. Matt Duchene made a good pass to Jamie Benn, who missed that puck. Face off to the right of Ottinger. False start on the face-off. Easy face-off call there. So they'll have to do it over again. It's up several times as the Knights try to shoot this one through. Can't get that one. Haig holds it at the near corner. Olofsson there. Olofsson playing one-on-one of Heiskanen. Olofsson. Hurdle also there. Triple team. Getting some help from Dorfeev. Hurdle with some help gets it through. Deep shot. This wrister went off a stick and over towards the netting. 8:01 to go in this second period. We'll once again step away for another ice scrapage. The Golden Knights have 3 power play goals in their last 2 games against the Dallas Stars. One of them being a sweet pass all the way across for an open Jack Eichel, one-time assist from the left circle. Then the second one finding the wide open Tomas Hertl to Shea Theodore, who made no mistake banking this one in at the bottom of the right circle. Then Jack Eichel with so much visibility and motion to Mark Stone, Dorfeev, who tried to pass it back to Stone. Instead, it bounced off the skate of Ottinger and went into the net. 10 goals for Dorfeev this season on the power play. Hertl has 9. Olofsson has 6. The rest of the team on Vegas has 9 combined power play goals. Face-off is to the right of Ottinger once more. Towards that last icing. When Jamie Benn missed that 2-on-1. Quick shot out the face-off was blocked. We scooped up by Dallas as they move it down from the near half boards. Second effort to chip this one around for the near boards was Lyubushkin. Hits in pursuit. Stankoven picked it up for a moment, but Vegas was right there defending that. From the far half boards, a tangle up several times and Stankoven was double teamed. from the far boards. Carrying this one through is Lavoie, as this takes a bounce off the near corner onto the defender. Hinch wants to get this one down. He is tangled up in the way. Knights hold it. Wide crowd to Haig. Haig fires this one deep, went off a stick, and went up out of play. Nick Haig was the one setting up the primary assist for Tomas Hertl when Hertl scored that goal in the second one of the first period. And the last goal of the first period eventually. Not sure when I'll return to play-by-play duties, since I'll be writing articles one by one and doing some video editing for my own YouTube channel. As Nick Waugh wins this face-off. Back deep is Fedor, going over to the left circle for Waugh. Fires this one well wide. Keeping it as Pietrangelo on a deep shot. Ottinger locates this all the way. 7:15 to go in the second period. Covered these two teams once in last year's regular season. A 2-1 overtime victory by the Golden Knights. Jack Eichel, the overtime winner. Earlier this year was a 3-2 regulation win for the Knights in the first meeting. Right now it's 3-2 Knights. And so far, all smiles here from the Knights special teams. Another face-off win by Vegas. Pietrangelo slaps one. And Ottinger flashes the letter. 7:10 to go between plays that took 5 seconds. See, get some live look-ins. Capitals up 2-1 that against the Flames. That's a game that my good friend John Otten's covering. Goals from Pierre-Luc Dubois and Dylan Strome, the latter on the power play. Blake Coleman's goal came on the power play. We'll do this face-off all over again because there was a false start. So, as for goaltenders, Logan Thompson, who recently got signed to a 6-year extension at $5.85 million a year, 27 of 28, while Dustin Wolf, 20 of 22. More on Logan Thompson in a moment as we get back underway here. For the far side is set down, and our stoppage over icing. 8 seconds in between plays, so you check in with the Thompson front. A 6-year contract, average annual value of $5.85 million a year. He was said to be a UFA this offseason. For the last year for contract, they paid him $766,667 against the salary cap. But now, this year, he's 22-2-3, the NHL's best record entering Monday's games. His .925 set percentage and .209 GA are both second in the NHL, behind Connor Hellebuyck. Far side, this is Dallas with this. Hopefully there's not a stoppage here, as this play is being held up. No icing here as Hill played it out. One of the Stars was first there to the puck. Hill played it away, so make sure the Stars don't get this one through. Offside against Dallas, as this was still inside. And Maverick Bork was a little too jumpy. 6:39 left in the second period. Thompson spent parts of 4 seasons with Vegas before asking for a trade last year. Capitals got Thompson for 3rd-round draft picks in 2024 and 2025 to put him in his head with Charlie Lindgren. Lindgren's also a pending UFA, but Thompson has been stellar this year, catching that form that made him a great young netminder with the Golden Knights. This defense has been quietly stingy with the Caps. Jason Robertson was sent onto the faceoff circle as Johnson was tossed out, loses it. Vegas gets another win on the faceoff win column. Up for the middle as Vegas enters the zone again. For the right side for Hertl. Hertl pushing behind twice. 2 checks at it 3 times, 4 times. And it was sticked out to center. Back and forth we go here as Hertl dishes one to Dorofeyev at the near half boards. A shove from Bishop as Dorofeyev can't get his second goal through. Dorofeyev sticked away once, twice over the far half boards. And Dallas blows through Kramer. Not now as Fedor picking up in his own zone. Fedor off the near half boards to Hertl. Scooped back up by Robertson. Could not be handled for a moment as Harley overskate the puck but somehow managed to keep it in. Less than 6 minutes ago, the Knights get this one all the way down, and this will be at the late offside as Vegas clears. The Stars will restart. Harley up for the middle as moving in with this is Blackwell. Blackwell fires. Glove save, and it went out of play off of Aiden Hill. 5:39 to go here in the second period. Where else would you want to be on a night like this? Beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Or should I say fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll return in a moment. conference race is tight, especially the Atlantic Division, as the Toronto Maple Leafs and Florida Panthers are locked in head-to-head for the Atlantic Division crowd. The Leafs do have a game in hand, and they're 1 point ahead of the Panthers for the Atlantic Division title. 5:39 to go here in the second period. Vegas up 3-2. Both starting the face-off, as we'll have to do this over again. At the right circle, Johnston wins it. Back over to Heiskanen. Heiskanen waits patient with this puck. Fires it. It's blocked in front by Jonas Rondbjerg at the far corner. Battle for this puck as Smith is down low. Now back deep as this goes back for Heiskanen. Harley. This went off his stick. He couldn't get a clear grasp of it. And it's a takeaway here for Lavoie, who fires in deep. Ottinger at the far corner. Banked it there as Vegas keeps winning. The shot was wide. Dallas will get a deep pass over to the near half boards for Brendan Smith. Smith sends it towards Hill, who forces it over to the far half boards. Kept in by Bach. Could not handle it any further as the Knights go coast to coast here up for the middle. Lavoie turned away on this pass as Stankoven picks it back up. The Stars will move it up for the middle. Harley dropping it out for Smith. Smith slaps this wide. And now the Knights go one-on-one the other way. Ivan Barbashev waits for help. The Stars cut him off, but Barbashev still trying to get onto the puck. The Knights hold this one in as it goes over to the right point. Stone over to the far corner as the Knights keep this one in. One-timer deflected wide off Barbashev. At the far corner, the Stars pick this one back up again. Dallas sets this down. It's going to be an icing. And so Vegas will stay at the Dallas zone. So Raphael Lavoie this season had an interesting 6-day journey. Placed on waivers by the Oilers. Then the next day, claimed by the Golden Knights. It started on October 6th. Claimed by the Golden Knights. Then the next day, placed on waivers by the Knights. Reclaimed by the Oilers. Then on the next day, placed on waivers by the Oilers. And then last week, he was claimed off waivers by the Knights on the 11th. He was just recalled from the Henderson Silver Knights of the AHL today to play in his first game with the Golden Knights tonight. Eichel wins the faceoff. He'll handle it himself over the left point. Pietrangelo to Barbashev. And it goes back over to McNabb, or Hanifin rather, at that left point. Pietrangelo races in to keep this puck over the near half boards, but possession still of Vegas. Battle for this loose puck. Barbashev still chipping at it. 3 stars in the vicinity. Dallas takes it away. Smith to the right side for hits. Who backhands this one deep. Stankoven in pursuit. Stankoven opposite Stone. Hits. Keeping this one alive. It goes back to the right point. Oh, Labushkin. He was just outside the zone as he fired this one through. Vegas can't get this one up. Tired Knights on the ice. At least a minute on their last shift as the minutes are starting to mount up. The Golden Knights with this. At the near side. Pietrangelo, who coasts this one inside. Dumping this one in. Labushkin the first one at the far corner. Deflected up. And now Dallas will go 2-on-3. Moving around is Johnston looking to go past Theodore. Johnston in front. And that one did not make it all the way to the net. Ottinger might have, or Hill might have, hugged the post there. Oh, at the far side. Sent up front for Dadonov. Dadonov with Hurdle right up on him. Coughed the puck. Petrangelo's right there to turn that one over. From Dallas' side. 3 minutes to go in this middle frame. Dorofeyev sets up in front for Hurdle. Hurdle to the low shot. And that was turned away by Ottinger. Bottom of the left circle. Bounced up. Scooped up by Dallas as they get it back up. Johnston's playing his 214th consecutive game to begin his career. A great start to the NHL for him. Part this bright young core for the Stars as Bishop was turned away. Also part this young core with Stankoven and Bork. Their quarter. Both sides battling for this loose puck. Just scooped up by Hits, who sends it all the way for Dumba. Matt Dumba. One-timer to right circle. Kicked out by Hill. And a beauty. Vegas uses the far boards to dump this one through and get line changes as Dorofeyev's line exits. Bork sends this one inside. At the trapezoid, Theodore under duress. At the near corner to Ben. Turned away by Hill. 2:05 to go here in the second period. And back deep is Lindell at the right point. Labushkin cycling this one around. Top of the right circle. Down deep for Labushkin. At the near corner. Ben holds it. In front! And that was fanned on the shot! Maverick Bork had a glorious opportunity to tie the game up at 3 and he just whiffed it. Hill holds on to it in the meantime, but that was a gimme that should have been there for him. Late in the period, Colin Blackwell to take the offense's own faceoff, but you could not have had a better chance like that for the Stars than that one. Brutal here. Off the faceoff, Stars fire is blocked off of Sam Steele. Vegas will hold it. Colin Stars sends this backwards. White Cloud up the far side. This was deflected up. No, it wasn't. It's an icing. It'll be against Vegas. It was behind the red line. And so it'll be back down as Blackwell will take the faceoff again. A lot of goals here as this icing was not touched by Tanner Pearson. He whiffed on the puck. Both starting to face up. We'll have to do this over again. Face off is to the left of Hill. Blackwell, he'll take it against Waugh. Two right-handed face-off men. Dumbo one-timer off the post. And it goes out of play. So close for comfort, you could hear the ping right in front of everyone. As it was out the top left side. Dumba had an opening at the top left corner, but all he found was the goalie's best friend. Off the outside to post, and it went out of play. .41 shot attempts for Dallas, 42 for Vegas. Face-off is a false start, and so the officials blow the play dead. We'll have to do this one over again. Looks like Vegas may have jumped onto the face-off prematurely. 1:33 left in the second period. Two glorious chances by the Stars. Bork missed, and Dumba hit the post. And now Dallas is tossed. Now Blackwell is tossed out. It'll be Ronbjerg and Bach. Tie up on the draw. Vegas takes away the puck. Pietrangelo moves it up over the near half corner. And going back of it is Blackwell. Off the far half boards and skating back with it is Bach. Bach is over the far half corner. Looking for someone. 20-18 is shots in favor of the Stars. Right behind the net as the Stars race for it. Mitchell on the keep. This one rolled out though. Dumba picks it up and backpedals to his own zone. Deep pass over the far half boards towards the Vegas bench as the Stars move down deep. This lands onto Hill with 1:01 to go. It's 3-2 Vegas. They're holding on to this lead. Special teams has been the difference. That the Knights excelling. The Stars kind of faltering. And we have action-packed moments that have come here in bunches. The Stars, when trailing after two periods, are just one of two teams with no wins when trailing after two. The other being the Vancouver Canucks. In what has been a very disappointing year for them. They almost traded JT Miller to the Rangers and Elias Pettersson to the Hurricanes. Final minute, Harley give and go as Robertson block shot in front of a Knight. Johnston on the hold. Dadonov trying to tuck it around. Can't. The Knights were in the way there as they take this one up. Up the middle as this one was off a stick. Gloved down by Harley. In pursuit of Stone. The Stars trying to find the perfect way as this takes a bounce. The Knights scoop it up. Eichel on the hold. Eichel will skate this one around and go right back as Stone's a little premature. Robertson has 8 points in 11 career games against the Golden Knights. 3 of those in 5 career games on the road. 18 seconds ago as Dallas looked to tie this one up just before the period expires. Dadonov fires it, turned away by Hill. Off the right pad. The Stars trying to set up, but breaking that one up is Fedor. Far corner as they do battle. Stars trying to get one last shot here, but they won't. And Vegas will run the rest of this clock out. Excellent defensive sequence to run out to 0-0. 3-2 Vegas. After 40 minutes of action. And Dallas with the shots on goal advantage, but the Knights lead where it matters. The scoreboard. Vegas gets one on the power play. Dallas gets one shorthanded. It's the only scoring in the second period. Second intermission report when we return here. I'm Alec Nava. See you then, everyone. Second intermission report here. I look now here with you. I am free. It is 3-2. Vegas here as they lead it. After 2 periods, Pavel Dorofeyev from Mark Stone and Jack Eichel on the power play. That is Dorofeyev's 10th goal on the man advantage this season. The most on the Golden Knights this season, breaking a 2-way tie for first with Tomas Hertl, who had 9. Wyatt Johnston answers short-handed. Rope hits with the lone assist as he broke a pass up from Shea Theodore. And Johnston catches it on the rebound. Second period team stats. Start with the shots on goal where Dallas leads at 23-18. Hits though are 19-9 Vegas, and they have won 25 faceoffs in comparison to Dallas' 18. The Stars, even though they scored shorthanded, they're 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Keep in mind they had that 3-minute and 25-second power play. Essentially, 4 minutes for Nick Waugh on a high-sticking penalty double minor. Vegas is 1 for 2 in comparison. 14 block shots to 13 for Dallas. 2 takeaways each. And 15-8 the giveaways in favor of the Stars. Let's go around here as we go through what to see throughout the NHL. One of them was the Sabres defeating the Bruins 7-2. Of course, as Judge Surratt said, with a massive straight toward the Bills. The touchdown the Bills needed against the Chiefs. Tage Thompson and J.J. Peterka each with hat tricks on tonight. A special night for these two. Thompson scoring in the first, second, and third periods. Peterka with a goal in the second period. And 2 in the third period. One of them on an empty net. He's finished out that hat trick. Brad Marchand and Mason Lohrei with goals for Boston. Zach Benson netting a power play goal. Complete that night for Buffalo. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen stopping 25 of 27. Jeremy Swayman allowed 6 goals, 26 of 32. Ouch. The Winnipeg Jets defeat the Montreal Canadiens 4-1. As Winnipeg gets 4 unanswered, Kyle Connor with 2 goals. One of them with 2 seconds left in the second period. Mark Scheifele with a goal of his own in the second period as well. Rasmus Kupari with the other goal. That was the empty netter. Yuri Slafkovsky with the lone Montreal goal. Connor Hellebuck stopped 24 of 25. Sam Montembeault 20 of 23. Chicago Blackhawks defeat the Tampa Bay Lightning 4-1. Arvid Soderblom with 34 of 35 on the night with the saves. Connor Bedard with a sharp angle goal on the power play to tie the game up. But the game-winning goal is first of his career. Going to Landon Slaggert. Scoring his first career NHL goal from Lucas Reich on the assist. Ryan Donato and Teuvo Teravainen with the assist and the other goals for Chicago. The Carolina Hurricanes blanked the New York Rangers 4-0. 2 goals from Andrei Svechnikov along with an assist. And had a goal from Sebastian Aho, another one from Seth Jarvis. Freddie Anderson stopping all 22 Ranger shots. And before the game, Hurricanes head coach Rod Brindamore gave a signed jersey signed jersey to the retiring Sam Rosen, who announced that before the season that this year will be his final year calling play-by-play for the New York Rangers. He's retiring from calling games in sports. The New York Islanders quietly on a roll. Simon Holmstrom scoring twice and Ilya Sorokin with 30 saves on 32 Avalanche shots. Bo Horvat, Alexander Romanov, and Anders Lee with the other Islander goals. Arturi Lehkonen, who was on his knees as he scored his goal, tied up at 1 initially. Jack Drury got a goal. With 5:05 to go in the third period, Martin Necas, the primary assist. Necas had 2 assists in this game, 1 secondary, 1 primary. Holmstrom also added in an assist that was on the primary assist for Romanov. So, of course, previously said, you can't spell Canes without Necas. Colorado and Carolina will not meet for the remainder of the regular season. They have already completed their 2 regular season matchups. Washington wins 3-1 over Calgary. 1 goal each from Pierre-Luc Dubois, Dylan Strome, and Alexei Protas. Strome's goal on the power play. Blake Coleman's lone goal for Calgary was on the power play. A solid night for Logan Thompson as he stopped 32 of 33 Calgary shots. And Dustin Wolf, on the other hand, stopped 20 of 23. These two goaltending matchups, pretty even to say the least. The Anaheim Ducks and Seattle Kraken in a high-scoring affair. Anaheim leads 5-3 at the end of 2. And while Seattle led 3-2 after 1, it goes from Ilya Tolvanen, Mitchell Stephens, and Jaden Shorts. The Anaheim goes from Troy Terry and Cutter Gauthier. It was free and answered from Anaheim in the second period. All the goals coming 6 minutes and 54 seconds apart. Mason McTavish to tie it, Robbie Fabry to take the lead, and Jackson Lacombe to add more salt to wound. As we look onto the NBA score lines, if one of them was, and what the only final scores being the Rockets and Hawks, Lakers and 76ers. The 76ers snapped the Lakers' 4-game winning streak. Tyrese Maxey with 43 points to lead a Sixers team without Joel Embiid to the win. 20 points from Kelly Oubre Jr., 14 each from Warsan Yabusele and Eric Gordon, 16 off the bench for Ricky Council the fourth. Maxey also added 2 steals, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Oubre 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Yabusele 4 steals. And also Justin Edwards with 3 steals. Good defensive piece. 7 points as well. 7 rebounds for Council as the Sixers are looking to storm their way back in. Anthony Davis held to just 4 points, played just 10 minutes as he left the game with an abdominal muscle strain. In his absence, LeBron James had 31 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Committed 8 turnovers though, 24 points for Dalton Connect off the bench. 13 each for Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. 6 rebounds, 8 assists for Reeves. And for Houston, this was a game that was rescheduled from January 11th. Jalen Green scored 12 of his 25 points in the third quarter for the Rockets, avoiding a late collapse to beat the Hawks. The Rockets on a roll here. Alperen Sengun, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Jalen added 2 steals. And off the bench, Jayshawn Tate with 16 points, 4 steals. 11 each from Amon Thompson and Dylan Brooks. Thompson coming off a great game against the Boston Celtics. He's improving on his totals this year under Ime Udoka. For Atlanta, 21 for Trae Young with 9 assists. Tyson Daniels, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. 13 for Vit Krejci with 2 steals, 5 rebounds. 11 for Mohamed Gueye, 7 rebounds. 16 off the bench for DeAndre Hunter with 5 rebounds to go with that. Those are NBA final scores. Jazz and Warriors are in the third quarter. Bucks and Trailblazers also in the third quarter. After 40 minutes, we're looking at the Western Conference playoff picture. The Jets, tops in the league, 73 points, 52 games played. The Stars have 3 games in hand on the Jets, 63 points. So they're 10 points behind them as of right now. The Golden Knights with 66 points, 1 point behind the Oilers right now. However, the Oilers will have 1 game in hand. So it is very hard to count out any of the Oilers, Golden Knights, and Stars knowing their vast playoff experience. The Jets, they are the league leader in the Western Conference. However, how long they hold this up is yet to be known, because they have been known for late season collapses. It happened in the last 2 seasons when they were eliminated in 5 games by the Golden Knights and Avalanche respectively. Of note, Winnipeg won the first game in each of those 2 first-round series, but then lost the next 4. Most painful of them all was Game 3 against Vegas, in which they were down 4-1 against the Golden Knights, tied it up, only to lose in double overtime on a giveaway of Dylan Sandberg to Mike Amadio, who is now with the Ottawa Senators. So looking through in each one of the headlines, so as of right now, the Sacramento Kings have opened up talks for a potential De'Aaron Fox trade. They're open to the possibility of that. Fox has 1 year left on his contract before he hits free agency in the summer of 2026. And sources said he's not showing a willingness to commit long-term in Sacramento. There are going to be a lot of suitors, but it's widely believed the San Antonio Spurs are atop his list of preferred landing spots. His representation, led by Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul, have a target destination in mind ahead of his free agency. Kings fired Mike Brown last month after the team appeared to be falling short of expectations, but the Kings have won 11 of their last 15 games under Doug Christie. But that has not changed Fox's mind any bit. He wanted to improve upon the 2023 season, which the Kings, they were the third seed. However, it should be noted that the Kings won 48 games that year, so things are rather fluky from that front. So when we come right back, it'll be the third period here with you. I am Alec Nava. Stay tuned, everyone. Every game this season between the Golden Knights and Stars have been decided by one goal. It was 3-2 Vegas in the first meeting, 4-3 Dallas in the previous one. Here it's 3-2 Vegas, just like in the first game, in which Dallas scored the last goal. However, the Golden Knights are holding onto this swim lead. So here we are, now or never, in this third period. Plenty of time for the Stars to tie this one up. But Jack Eichel has been a dynamo on the ice as he's creating plays for himself and for others. Ivan Barbashev flubbed on the puck, and he is also blocking shots right in front. He's willing to do the dirty work on both ends of the ice. So he blocked one shot, in which it was down up off a stick, and Stone, who received the pass from Eichel on that power play, that led to that goal, and Eichel was the one who tapped home the first goal of this game. Third period, set to get underway here in Las Vegas. The Stars trying to knot it up at 3 apiece. Eichel with a goal and an assist. 2 points, 15:46 of time on ice tonight. So, the Star watch here, Eichel and Robertson are two guys that we're watching. Tanner Pearson from Gretzky's office looks for a lane, shoots it himself, and is turned away by Ottinger. Kicking it to himself is, can't get the numbers, that might be Nick Waugh. It is Waugh. But moving up is Duchesne up for the middle. Duchesne can't get the drop pass going. The one time from Lyubushkin, well wide. He was looking for Maverick Bourque. The point down to the far half boards. Kolasar picks it up. Dallas is one of two teams with no wins when trailing after 2 periods. They're wanting to change that tonight. Up for the near half boards. Waugh slammed onto the wall by Lyubushkin. Is scooped up by Lindell. Bounced off the far side. Pickpocketed over to the far corner as Vegas keeps one-timer at the right side. And a big save by Ottinger to turn away Mark Stone 56 seconds in. That was the exact time frame in which Vegas thought they scored the first goal, for Barbashev was ruled offside on the first one. Got an extra step. Wyatt Johnston being one of those guys you can rely for a tying goal, but it's been very quiet for these two. Someone has to step up, whether it be the high-end guys or the depth guys. Miro Heiskanen off this face-off win for the Stars. Stankoven moves it up from the far half boards, or near half boards actually. As this is Sam Steele weaving his way through 2 Knights. Barbashev puts him towards the glass. Battle for this loose puck at the near corner. Pride free as they're now controlling this. And now for a set pass in front for Harley, who fires this one wide. Heiskanen finding Harley. Harley set us up in front. And twirling with this was Stankoven, who goes back for Harley. Harley goes down low for Steele. Steele around McNabb. On his backhand goes back for the point for Heiskanen. Heiskanen holds it, or actually that was Harley who held it. Dumped it onto the near corners. He just held this one in. But Vegas on the takeaway gets it back. Theodore of McNabb. Feet up front for Barbashev. And that was the fucked up front for an icing behind the red line. Just 1 shot on goal so far. They had taken a shot on goal away from Dallas. Doesn't change their lead much though. They're trailing by 1. Rope hits to take the face-off for Dallas at his right circle. Or actually that is Wyatt Johnston who is taking the right circle face-offs. False start wisp is blown. As we have to do this over again. Eichel against Johnston. To the left of Aiden Hill. So get play back underway. Won by the Stars. This will go back deep for Harley. Bishop actually. Around the boards. This goes again once more. Robertson. Quiet night for him. He'll scoop it up after turnover. Robertson fires a shot that was slow moving. Johnston scoops it up trying to tuck this one through. Hill is down. And he covers up. A lot of chaos at the front of the net. As his helmet was removed on the play. Jason Robertson tried a shot up front, but Jack Eichel was in the way. However, Robertson fanned on the shot. It was a slow-moving one. Johnson tried to tuck it as this puck went off the foot of Shea Theodore. And it was a mad scramble at the front of the net as Vegas helped out Hill. Robertson's still out there. This time it's to the left side. Hill's right side, actually. Dallas is left, though. Face-off win by the Stars as they control. Matt Dumba. One tire by Robertson. That is stopped by Hill. And Tomas Hertl keeping it away from the Stars as they are attacking. Hertl delivers one over to the near half boards toward the penalty box doors. Olofsson wants to have it break free over to Whitecloud. Whitecloud for the far half boards. Over to Dorfeev. Dorfeev locked up by 2 Stars. Robertson on the takeaway. Bishop. Both start up over to the near side. This bounced off of Johnston. Picking it up is Robertson skates this one in. At the far corner, set there. Whitecloud beats out Hits. Dallas trying to get some offensive zone pressure there as Johnston at the puck for a moment, but Vegas takes it away. They skate well with this. Moving through the seam as Hertl will send this one down for the distance. It actually goes out of play, and still be a face-off at center ice, 253 deep. The second straight offensive zone face-off as Dumba wanted to set up for Jason Robertson who fired the one-timer from the top of the right circle. Going cross-ice all the way through. Rope Hintz was tied up as Robertson's reviewing film on his iPad. Rombier tied up, but Vegas sends it in deep. Ottinger. At the far corner, Vegas holds it. Bad pass for Pietrangelo, and they'll have to go all the way back. Hill is out of his crease, and Casey will have to play it, but he goes back into his crease, sensing danger from Dallas. This goes by Romberg. Oettinger will come out of his crease now. Oettinger plays it out, but his intended man ran into trouble as Lavoie was there. Vegas on the takeaway. Romberg also tie up. Dallas has it. Down by 10 in the hits counter. As Vegas is up 20-10 there. Shots are 24-19 Dallas. Down by 1 goal though. Hanifin sends this one around for the near boards. Oettinger lets this one go. At the far corner, scooped up by the Stars. Cross ice passes set up 3-on-2. Labushkin for Ben. They're offside though. They were crossing the Vegas blue line at the time, so they'll have to get a face-off here. 3 days after Super Bowl 59, it's the beginning of the Four Nations face-off. John Knott and I will have coverage of the Four Nations face-off. All throughout, we'll take you through that time frame. Won't be around for the February 15th game between Canada and USA. So I'll fill in his spot. Like that. It's an obligation with the Waterford Sharks, unfortunately. It will be fun. Dumba, down deep. Now this will be icing against the Stars. But a Four Nations face-off is going to be lots of fun. Played between Montreal and Boston, the two host cities of the Four Nations face-off. Word is that the NHL is using this to work on a motif to organize the 2028 World Cup of Hockey. Trying to get that back on full go. Face-off is won by the Knights, but this will go all the way back to their own zone. It's a bad face-off win. Haig from White Cloud as one that starts with sliding to block off that pass. The Knights dump this deep from Kolesar. Bishop sticks it away. Dumba trying to get it out but can't. This goes back for Bishop. At the far half boards. This one deflected up and out. And now the Stars, they can make the line changes they need. So February 12th, in Montreal will be Canada and Sweden. And at the 13th in Montreal, USA and Finland. I'll be here on February 15th between USA and Canada. The 17th is Canada and Finland at Boston at 1 p.m. Eastern. Then 8 p.m. Sweden and USA for that matchup. To the left of Oettinger is this face-off. Jack Eichel to take it. Mark Stone set up at the left wing, Barbashev on the right wing. McNabb and Theodore, the two defensemen. Stars win a face-off. It is Heiskanen picking this one up. Oh, backhanding this one behind. Heiskanen moving through the far half boards. Heiskanen dumping this one up. Moving it through all the way. However, Barbashev was tangled up at the red line. But Vegas takes it back. Up for the middle. Stone does the same thing and dumps it towards the direction of Oettinger. Bouncing puck. This gets picked up by McNabb over the left point. But out by Johnston. Or I mean the Donhoff. Barbashev with the right side. Onside. As Barbashev slams one of the Stars onto the boards. Stars can't get it out as it's held in by Theodore. Barbashev was over at the right side. Flipping through over the right circle. Can't get anything much there. This goes by. And now Dallas will regroup. McNabb tries to shove one of the Stars through as Barbashev wanted to keep it. And he does. Inside. Chase for the puck. Not much there as Heiskanen will move up with this. Dallas will get this one at the near side. 38 assists for Shea Theodore, which ties a career high. I guess best hockey right now as the Knights' number one defenseman. Near side is Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev looks cross-ice, but there's nothing there. Robertson tried to get a deep pass up front, but it goes to Aiden Hill, so that negates the icing. Nick Haig. Here's the near half boards. Trying to pass this one through, but can't get much as Dorofeyev, who has been all over the ice as Olofsson went down at the far corner. Essa Lindell sends it for the far half boards. Bounces up at the neutral zone. Hanifin. Cross ice for Olofsson, who enters back with his puck. Flips it deep. Oettinger there. He'll leave behind. Wyatt Johnston sends it back deep. And now Dallas will get this one up for the ice. Need a tying goal. 6 minutes deep. Vegas has it again as there's another Dallas giveaway. Noah Hanifin holding this puck. This bounces up off a stick. Lavoie couldn't handle this one down. Bishop was forced towards the far half boards. Dumba will send this one through as there are several tangle ups right behind the net, and now at the far half boards, Oscar Bach there in the vicinity. Romberg right behind the net, also there to initiate another tangle, and then this puck stuck at no man's land. Finally, we have a whistle as Brett Howden absorbs some contact. Back to you from Las Vegas in just a moment. I am Alec Nava. Stay tuned, everyone. This is one of the best games to watch here in January, as both teams who met 3 times in the last 5 years in the playoffs doing battle. Twice in the Western Conference Final, here in the last year in the Western Conference quarterfinals. Now they're battling again in the regular season. It's been a every which way a tight battle all the way through. We'll see which team blinks here in the third period, whether it is Dallas or Vegas. It will stop 22-24. Star shots. It's been solid tonight. Vegas has been great at their own end, both 5-on-5 and special teams. Pearson to take the faceoff, he loses it, and Dallas will pick it up. Not a lot of great looks to tie the game. The shots were just 2-1 Stars here in this third period. Bouncing puck, this goes to Labushin over the Stars bench as there was a bump on Jamie Benn. Vegas will take it back. Off the far half boards, the Knights get stopped, but they hold it in, holding the zone. Haig fires this one, caught by Ottinger, and he'll hold it. Shuts the door right on him. Ilya Samsonov with an .898 save percentage to speak of. Second best on the team, which that .898 is subpar. However, Aiden Hill with a .908 save percentage. Solid numbers for him as he is establishing himself as a clear-cut starting goaltender. Casey DeSmith and Jake Ottinger each have a .913 save percentage. Both solid marks. DeSmith better off as a backup. Face-off is won by Dallas. They need to get something up for the ice because there's been a whole bunch of nothing in this period. 12:45 to go as this is back deep over towards the point. Deep shot. Rebound, and that's swept away. Mark Stone holds his own as Eichel will look at the near corner. Back for McNabb. Dances with this puck. Blocked up by 2 Stars, and it's forced out. Eichel will restart again. Eichel. Watched by Sam Steele. Steele give it over to the far side for Fyodor. Up the far side. Vegas pressured by as Mark Stone tried to get this one off. Eichel had this one skip by him as Dallas clears again. Vegas playing a more defensive-oriented game as it flipped on the coast by McNabb. Dallas will restart. Oh, penalty coming against the Golden Knights. Oh, here we go. One of the Stars is down and in clear pain. That is a penalty clear as day, and a scuffle ensues as many Stars players have took exception to that clear hit on Miro Heiskanen. He is up and skating slowly. the equivalent of limping on his left leg. This looks bad. He's being assisted by Matt Dumba and Colin Blackwell to the locker room. And he is hobbling over there. Ouch, this doesn't look very good. This is a bad scenario here for Dallas. As Mark Stoney was diving for the puck. But just a minor for tripping. Yet Heiskanen went down and in pain. This is not reviewable for a major penalty because per the NHL rulebook, tripping. So Stone hits the knee first. The intention doesn't look like he is going for the puck. He's not even making a hockey play. The Dallas Stars lose one of their best players. One of their best players here. You just don't see that happening a lot. That doesn't happen way too much here. You always see guys diving for the puck sometimes. However, in this instance, the way in which the knee was twisted was wrong. Harley on a deep shot bounced up in front. And of course, because it is tripping, it is automatically a minor penalty. Tripping cannot be given out on a major penalty basis. A penalty shot can be awarded out, but in no such instance can it be a major penalty. Thomas Harley will move it up front. Wyatt Johnston will set up behind for Harley. Now assuming power play quarterback number 1 duties in Heiskanen's absence. On the right side, Johnston weaves his way in. On the right side, Duchesne for the half-boards. Harley on the keep, down deep. Johnston for Duchesne. Duchesne for Johnston. Johnston tried to drop past this one. A Knight was in the way who clears it. And Otters will play this one out. Who will leave this behind. For either one of Harley or Robertson, it will be actually Esa Lindell. From out the bench, Jamie Benn for Johnston. Johnston for the far side. Gets poked away by Whitecloud. Benn on the hold. Johnston was knocked loose. Robertson there. Duchesne being double shifted. Lindell for Duchesne. Duchesne in front on the deflection. That was up high. Johnston on the hold for Lindell. Duchesne, top of the right circle. Again! This one went wide too. Lindell raced for the puck again at the deep left point. Lindell holds it. In trouble. Johnston tied up. And here's a breakaway pass broken up by Lindell. Jason Robertson for Jamie Benn. Back for Lindell. Back deep. Stankoven. 20 on the man advantage. Lindell mishandled the puck. And it's a race for it. Lindell chips it away for the approaching Knight. Jonas Romberg. Robertson takes it back up 4-on-3. Maverick Bork parks. Tries to send this one off. It was blocked. Second attempt was blocked too. And now race for the puck. Here's Kolesar, who will take it 1-on-1 down the far side. Trying to cut inside. He fires and is denied by Ottinger to end off a great penalty kill for the VGK. No shots on the last power play. Zdanov goes back in with this. Set him in front and nothing was there. On the trap side, Zdanov again out of reach, but here's Bischel who fires. Blocked in front. Bischel, this goes back for him again. At the near corner, tied up by Howden. A push, a shove, another push towards Howden. That was Stankoven. And at the far corner, this is Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo waits once, then goes opposite side for McNabb. McNabb holds onto it. But the near half boards takes his time. No offside, and now Dallas will take this one up. 9-18. Back deep is Dorfeev. But the far half boards is forecheck, relentless. Bischel. Near side for Blackwell, who sends this one deep down the near boards. At the near corner, Hay keeping it away from Steele. Far half boards, Dallas holds it. Esa Lindell inside as this takes a bounce off a star. Near corner, Dorfeev gets turned away on this pickup as Olofsson over to Dorfeev. He and Olofsson crisscross, but Dallas is not falling for that. Down deep. Oh, this was last touched by Vegas, it seems. No, it wasn't. It hopped over one of the Knights. That was Nick Hague. I thought it was going to be an ice. It was not an icing. Thought it was not an icing, but it is. But excellent shot blocking positioning by the Knights on every turn. However, Logan Stankoven couldn't pick this puck up as that pass was out of reach for him. And taking that puck up high was Tomas Hertl. It scored to the bench immediately. On the faceoff, Vegas couldn't handle it. On the left side, it was Hanifin. Pietrangelo scoops it up to Hanifin. Pietrangelo, a two-time Stanley Cup champion, one with the Blues, one with the Golden Knights. 8.5 minutes to go here in this third period as Dallas picks it up. At the near half boards in their own zone, Barbashev pressuring Lyubushkin. Lyubushkin goes backwards, hounding on the way in front for Barbashev. Under, hug the post. Dallas wanting to get it out their own zone. Howden keeping the pressure alive. Up until this moment as Johnston and Robertson combine to strip it away. Johnston on a cross. Johnston fires it. He scores! Wyatt Johnston has tied it with his second of the night. An outstanding give and go as Jason Robertson set it up near the penalty box doors as Dallas set up the give and go play. Tick tack kaboom. Johnston finding hits who was streaking down the middle of the ice, and Johnston fired left side, the open area that was right out the reach of Aiden Hill. Blocker side, it's going to be harder for Hill to make that save. And Johnson has been so clutch for Dallas time and time again, has evened up at 3. This is his first multi-goal game of the season. He scored one shorthanded earlier, and Dallas is rewarded with Johnston scoring his second goal of this game. In front, Pearson, his pass gets knocked away. Pearson has it again off the Dallas turnover. Tanner Pearson looking down low for Nick Waugh. Waugh chipped away by Duchesne, but Vegas holds it. From the deep right point, Ottinger covers up. On a deep shot from the right point, 7:44 to go here in the third period. Interesting game here. We don't know if it's going to go to overtime or not. Still a lot of game to find out. Who breaks the deadlock here? We'll find out. Tied at 3, thanks to Wyatt Johnston. 13th goal of the season. Mark Stone, with his defense usually being one of the league's best, but he didn't even try to make a defensive play as he was going for the puck. Instead, made head-on contact with Heiskanen's left knee to attack Heiskanen, trying to go for the puck. This is a bad defensive play. Usually one of the league's best defensive forwards. And Stone, I don't know if this is going to get a award from the Department of Player Safety. We'll have to find out soon enough. Vegas can't pick up the puck after the faceoff from the high slot. Work walks back in with this. Whiteclaw banks it around for the boards for the open Keegan Kolesar. Kolesar over to the neutral zone as it's bounced up at the near half boards. Turning around as Duchesne, he senses in deep. Bannon is all tied up. Bork also there. Maverick Bork can't get this one through as Kolesar scoops it up. Pass backwards over to the far corner as the VGK regroup. Whiteclaw waits and it moves it up for Pearson. Pearson fires it, turned away by Ottinger's blocker, and it goes out of play. 7:04 left to go in the third period. So we look back at the stick of Heiskanen as he tucked it away from Stone. A smart play by Heiskanen. Moving away from Stone, and Stone unpleasant about that penalty. Going to take an extra look at the iPad. He's waiting for his next shift. This will be a face-off to the right of Ottinger. 26-22. The shot's in favor of the Stars. Harley scoops it up. Stars have to play with 5 defensemen for the rest of this game because of the Heiskanen injury. At the near corner, McNabb arrives there first. Or it's actually 6 defensemen because the Stars, they have 11 forwards. Brendan Smith is acting as an extra forward. So de facto 5 defensemen. Move towards the penalty box doors. Hurdle can't get it, but chasing after is Olofsson. Olofsson fires and is caught by Ottinger. Took it at the chest. Smart feed by Tomas Hurdle. He's back onto the ice. Don't know when I'm going to call my next NHL game. I do know that I will be calling the Super Bowl. That's what's guaranteed. It's the second Super Bowl I'm covering. I wish I could have covered the first meeting between these two teams 2 years ago if it weren't for the sickness. Last year, it was an epic. 7th longest game in NFL history, ending with 3 seconds left in the first overtime. The Chiefs defeating the 49ers 25-22 in Super Bowl 58. The 58 having added symbolism to honor Derek Thomas. At the far half boards, Brendan Smith takes it over to the far corner. Stankoven also in the way. 2-on-2, the Knights. If they hurry, but not that time. Barbashev cross ice for Eichel. Eichel to so one-timer, denied by Ottinger, as he is still standing tall for the Stars. This one went out of play on its own with 6:08 to go in the third period. Jason Robertson, Wyatt Johnson, part of this high-end talent group. They're both on the top line here for the Stars. So Robertson hasn't been as active as usually has been right now. Matt Duchene is the current points leader. Robertson is second on the team with 45 points. Underwhelming season for him, given that he normally averages over a point per game. 6:08 to go here in the third period. Face off at center ice, won by Brett Howden. Back for Haig. Nick Haig looks for the near side, deflected inside by Romberg, who picks it up. Romberg fires, tight angle, rebound in front from Howden. Couldn't get this one the entire way, and it exits out onto the net. The netting. 5:56 left to play in regulation. Should we need overtime, this will be the first and only meet between these two in the extra session in this year's regular season. Johnson's tied it. We'll be back for the final 5:56 of the third. Johnston's had a lot of clutch moments in his young NHL career. Overtime winner in Game 3 against Vegas last season in the Western Conference quarterfinals to get Dallas back into the series. Had it been Vegas winning, that series would have likely been over the way it was in the previous season's Western Conference final. Last year, Johnston led the team in goals scored with 32. This series tied for 4th on the team in goals scored. Off the face-off, Vegas, one-timer in front! That's a good stop by Ottinger to deny Brett Howden. Now it goes down deep for Romberg. Romberg looking for something at the far corner, tied up by Harley. This bounce out to the right circle, the shot goes wide. Ottinger may have gone a piece, recollected by the Knights. Back to the point for Haig, he lets it go, it's blocked aside over to the far half boards. And the Stars send this deep, all the way to Vegas territory. Aiden Hill plays it out. And the Knights will move it up. Romberg tied up near the penalty box doors. Thinking about sending this one towards behind the net after the trapezoid. The Stars pick it up once more. Onto the far corner. The Stars are moving it up. Not for long though, as Barbashev got into the way. Dallas wants to continue moving it forward. Puck battle on the scrum near the Vegas bench. 5 minutes to go here. Mark Stone sends this one backwards. And onto the far half boards. At their own zone, the Knights send this one up. It's gloved down though by Dallas. Smart play to deny an entry. Stankoven went a little too cute that time around, and now Vegas moves back up. Barbashev waits. Oh, what a beautiful move. Dake Ottinger had none of that. He was having none of it on Barbashev. And now Dallas will send this down deep. A fancy move by Barbashev on a windmill. A dangerous pass all the way across as the Knights move it up. Ottinger will play this one out. Away from danger. At the far half boards, the Stars have it. Moving it up. Now back up front as Wah could not scoop it up. And now the Stars will send this one in on the backhand. At the swat, Pietrangelo is there. Feeds it to Hannafin. They move it out back to center. Harley finding the opposite defenseman, Lindell, as he sends it in again. Kolasar sends it backwards with 4 to go. As Dallas is looking to break even and get their first lead tonight. Harley from his own zone. Deep pass the entire way. Star center, Friancho De Hari. Can't get much out of that odd man rush. And this reaches Hill, who will cover up with 3:46 to go in the third. 3-2-1. The amount of goals in the first, second, and third periods respectively as Barbashev hit a little windmill right on Ilya Labushkin as he faked him out. That's a beautiful move, but he lost his composure right after the windmill. Got a little too cute with it and paid the price as Ottinger stick that puck away from him. Great poke check save for Ottinger. Labushkin also recovered in time to defend Barbashev. A former St. Louis Blue won the Stanley Cup with Pietrangelo 2 times. Off this faceoff, this shot was up high and gloved down by Hill. Shots are 7-6 in favor of the Golden Knights in this third period. Harley had that last shot that took a wild bounce. Might have went off a stick and onto Hill, who got all of that one. Jamie Benn on the ice for this faceoff. He is positioned at the left wing. Maverick Bork wins it. Duchesne toe drag around. This doesn't full outdoor fave as Harley held this one in. Duchesne couldn't locate it. Now he can, but he has spun and turned around. At the far corner, given up for Olofsson, who clears this one out. Former Buffalo Sabre. Settled back down by Dorofeev near the Dallas bench inside the Dallas zone. Dallas takes it away though. 3:20 to go. Bouncing up over at center ice and walking in with his puck is Duchesne. Sticked away several times. Olofsson away from harm's way. At the far half boards, Dorofeev under pressure, getting it back over to Whitecloud. Backwards. Whitecloud waits and opposite side for Haig. Haig. This puck deflected inside of 3 minutes and a shot by Romberg was turned away by Ottinger. Set up pass in front for Lavoie, who fires, and the rebound swept away. Kept back inside, the shot wide intentionally. Howden on the hold. One time from McNabb. Kick save and a beauty from Ottinger. Shea Theodore wanting to hold it, but Dallas gets it out. Waiting with this puck back deep is McNabb. And back for retreating Theodore. Theodore wanting to send this one up, but good sticking away by Sam Steele. McNabb trying to get this one away from Dallas. His teammate helped him out. Romberg from the near half board sends it directly onto Ottinger. Missed, not by much though. And now Dallas will restart with the puck. Moving it through, but Vegas once again with it. Pietrangelo to Hanifin. Hanifin almost turned it over. And now the Knights get this one all the way out. On the far side, Barbashev shoots this one in. Eichel in pursuit, so was Harley. Barbashev gets good body positioning along the boards to hold this one in with 2 minutes to go. Bischel trying to stick it away. Eichel helped him out. Stone mishandled the puck, but it's held inside by Whitecloud. Set up pass in the far corner, could not be handled down by Barbashev. Here's Stone's shot, bounced off of Ottinger. That was dangerous. Hanifin tried to hold it at the near half boards. Zdanov trying to get this one fully out. Dallas in control. This is moved up for steal. Now back deep. Up front at the far side, as the Stars are trying to get this one through. There was a good stick it away, but the Stars hold it. This shot, it missed it, not by much though. One time from Lyubushkin, gobbled up by Hill, as there was a shove right in front from Pietrangelo with 1:25 to go here in regulation. Tied at 3 here. Ilya Lyubushkin shot this puck back at his own net. That is not what he intended to do. But at the other end, it was Barbashev who had some trouble with the puck. This puck took several deflections, one of it off Harley's stick from Mark Stone. And Lyubushkin fires this one from deep, in which it was gobbled up by Ottinger. And as that was going on, Pietrangelo hit one of the Stars up high. Do we have a timeout here by Peter DeBoer? And Lyubushkin doesn't even have a goal this season. Ottinger's meeting with the coaching staff. And Lyubushkin, through 49 games with Dallas, 10 assists, no goals, +9 rating. This is the 50th game of the season for Dallas. This is Vegas' 51st game. Ottinger will go back to his crease. Wyatt Johnston will be back out there for this faceoff. Harley has logged 26.5 minutes tonight among defensemen. Well, actually, it's 22 minutes and 47 seconds. A lot of time to munch up. Miro Heiskanen left upon getting tripped up by Mark Stone and is not returning. Vegas has won 33 of 63 faceoffs. This is a false start, and so we'll do this over again. It's Johnston at the right circle. Brett Howden opposite Johnston. Hence, in the case Johnston is tossed out. Puck is up, and it bounces over to Dallas, which is Lindell, holds it at the near corner. So this is the 31st faceoff win by the Stars. Keeping his hits at the near corner as the Stars are in trouble. Trying to move this one through. Robertson in a straitjacket and is pickpocketed. The Knights holding on to this puck. Twisting and turned is Waugh. Nick Waugh sends it backwards to Whitecloud. Last minute of regulation. And moving it up ahead, it goes for Stone, wide of him. Harley sends it behind. Lindell spun and turned, trying to find something. Essa Lindell all tied up as this takes several bounces. Kolesar moves up front. Kolesar swept it over to his teammate. Slow moving shot. The rebound did not get there. There's a loose stick onto the ice. It is broken and this will go all the way down to be collected by the Knights at the far half boards. Haig from Whitecloud. They exchange passes, and then it's a long pass from Ben that almost went to Ray Ferraro. Jamie Benn sends it around to be closed out by Whitecloud. This one-timer back deep, didn't go all the way. The VGK scoop it up, and moving it up is Jack Eichel. 10 seconds until potential overtime. Ottinger sends it over to his left. Now 5 seconds, held in for one moment, and the Stars want to run out the rest of this clock, and we will go to overtime here. The Stars down by 2 goals after Pablo Dorofeev scoring the 2-man advantage in the second period. Wyatt Johnston strikes twice, and we will go to overtime. So as we're right here with you, overtime and games are fun all throughout. Of course, the overtime montage by ESPN never gets old. So you had the ice scrapage by the Golden Knights ice crew. A tie game. This is the first time and only time in which the Knights and Stars are playing an overtime game this season. The winner will win the regular season series between these two teams. Last season, they met 3 times with Vegas winning two of the three matchups, including one in overtime. And both of them came in either overtime or in a shootout. Last year, Vegas won 3-2 in a shootout at Vegas and 2-1 in overtime at Dallas. The overtime winner scored by Jack Eichel in the second meeting. The shootout winner scored by Jonathan Marchessault in the first meeting. The outlier was a 6-1 game that Dallas won at Dallas. We'll see how this ends out. Whether it be Dallas getting the victory here or Vegas getting the extra point. The Golden Knights are 2-2 in overtime this season. The Stars are 3-1. 3-on-3 overtime. If we don't have a winner here, in these 5 minutes, we go to a shootout. Peter DeBoer, Bruce Cassidy, two of the best coaches in the NHL right now. Lots of star power between these two. Jack Eichel, Mark Stone, Shea Theodore. You would expect these three onto the ice for the Knights. Wyatt Johnston's out there for Dallas. We have a sign of Jason Robertson here. Thomas Harley will fill in the absence of Miro Heiskanen. Indeed, it is Eichel and Stone to begin for the Knights as they're at center ice for the opening faceoff. Shea Theodore also is out there as well. So if I were to pick some overtime winners, I'll be picking Jack Eichel for Vegas and Thomas Harley for Dallas. That's what I'm going with. Overtime starts now here in Las Vegas, the Sin City. Shea Theodore moving up with this, going coast to coast. Here he comes for the win! Off the post! He was denied slightly off the bar, and now here's Dallas back with 2-on-1. Johnston, cross ice, back to Johnston. Yes, sir! A hat trick winner for Wyatt Johnston in overtime. 20 seconds in, and the Stars leave the Sin City with 2 points. What a solo job by Wyatt Johnston to initiate this natural hat trick comeback victory. His second one of his career, as the Stars all huddle up to celebrate him. He had a wide open net with Adin Hill clearly out of position. This late in the game, as Shea Theodore hit the left post, but that was actually Jake Ottinger making a save as Theodore was on a breakaway. And then 2-on-1 back the other side with Johnston having Robertson with him. Robertson decided not to shoot it to catch Hill out of position. Hill was over aggressive on the play, and so that caught him off guard. And Johnston with the easy tap and goal. 3 goals, the natural hat trick, and the winner. How about it for the 21-year-old? And Dallas wins their first game after trailing and entering the third period. For the first time this season, this leaves just one team who has not won when trailing entering the third period on the season. The Vancouver Canucks. So the winner, Johnston, from Jason Robertson and Esa Lindell. 20 seconds into the extra session, it is a 4-3 coming from behind victory. That's going to do it. From the Sin City, I am Alec Nava. So long, everyone. Good night.